Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 4 of this Let's Play, Battle Brothers. This is the army without a state. This is the army without a state, unlike our usual games. So, what did we do in the last episode? Well, we made our way from no, it was even further than Hufschlag, wasn't it? It was Finsterwald, all the way down to Werkstatt to basically escort some goods. We were attacked by bandits, but we saw them off fairly easily, like a lot easier than I expected, considering they definitely had a positioning advantage on us. We just kind of got a bit luckier, and our frontline shield guys did a fantastic job of holding the enemy back. In the meantime, we did pick up a new guy, that would be Robert over here. And if you would like to see your own name replacing one of these, then please check out the Patreon. There is a tier there which allows you to have your name placed in these games, and I really want to see some more customization going on, so if you want to see yourself appearing here, that's the way to do it. Anyway, we have a bludgeon here, which is 20 to 35 damage, which I'm pretty sure is better than a dagger. Yeah, the dagger actually has a fairly high maximum damage threshold. More than the pickaxe. Doesn't ignore armor very well, though. Pickaxe basically just does. So what abilities does the pickaxe have? It has batter. Strike that can be felt through the thickest of armor and leave a lasting mark. Inflicts 15 to 30 damage and hit points, of which 0 to 15 ignores armor. Inflicts 22 to 45 damage to armor. Always inflicts at least 10 damage to hit points regardless of armor. And then destroy armor, which hits armor and also does the ignore armor thing. Interesting. I mean, I don't think I'd be using destroy armor very often because I like hitting damage that just ignores it. You know what? That's a really strong weapon. Ah, so all of these have special bonus. I had not noticed that. So this has a 10% chance, extra chance to hit. So actually, that's probably a better weapon for someone who is not in the shield wall. That is probably a better weapon for someone who is. You have to use the spear. Which has a plus 20% chance to hit. Blimey. Interesting, interesting, interesting. I had not noticed this. So what's the knife give? No bonus. Completely ignores armor. Puncture. Does the dagger do the same? Yeah, it does. Huh, maybe we do want more daggers. Because that's the best way of stealing armor. So if we come across someone in heavy armor, we just hit them with daggers. And it ignores the armor and just does health damage. Doesn't do as much health damage, but enough people stabbing will eventually wear them down. So I think you need to be using the sword. I think you need to be using... You need to be using the pickaxe. Let's give the dagger to the swordsman. We'll keep a knife for you. Then the bludgeon does what? Bash inflicts 10 extra fatigue. So it's good against shield people. Then knockout, 75% chance to stun on a hit. And it inflicts the extra fatigue damage. Heavy blow intended to stun or incapacitate anyone unlucky enough to be hit for one turn. Does not do the most damage. Stun targets cannot keep up their shield wall, spill wall, or similar defensive skills. So you would definitely be a defense breaker. And then the flail ignores the bonus to melee defense. Granted, really? 100% chance to hit on the head. Flails ignore shields? Man, I really should have read these better. Interesting, interesting. Right, I'm going to give you the dagger. No, I'm not. I'm going to give you the knife. I'm going to give you the dagger. The bludgeon doesn't seem as useful compared to the others. Wolfgang's going to be a frontline fighter, so he gets the hat. And then I guess you will get the bludgeon because you're already using a spear. Though the spear, 25% ignores armor. This will rip chance to hit head plus 10%. And it ignores bonus to melee defense. Interesting. Okay. So does this do anything special? 0% chance to hit, -4 per tile. So the crossbow is more accurate, but the bow does more damage. And the aim shot is better at longer distance as well. +10 to hit, -2 per tile. Okay. And their maximum range is 7, though I think that all of these have a lower range than that. Range of 6, range of 7. So if anyone like lost an eye or something, their vision would go down, then we can't give them the bow. Right, your specials are hits both head and body for additional damage. Can hit up to 6 targets. Yeah, it's all the way around. I wish it was kind of just a smack in front of you and like 3 or something, but no, it's a full round. Uses up a ton of fatigue as well. And then split shields does 30 damage to shield. Well, I have the flail which goes around shields. But you are another way of dealing with shields then, yeah. And we have the bludgeon, which was also a shield weapon, wasn't it? Oh, and it only uses 13 fatigue. Okay, it's not as good as the spear for that. Inflicts 10 to 35 damage to hit points, of which 0 to 14 can ignore armor. Inflicts extra fatigue. 75% chance to stun. Spear is definitely going to be your main weapon. What's the cleaver do again? Cleaver uses 12 fatigue. Inflicts stacking 5 bleeding damage per turn for 2 turns. Inflicts 20 to 70 damage depending on how injured the target already is. No, much prefer the spear. Actually, I'm going to give the dagger to the axeman. So he has a piercing weapon. We'll do that. Okay, that looks good. So let's have a look in work start. We'll see what thing you have for us. A dog is snoring at the feet of Meinolf the merchant. He leans forward to gently pat the hound behind its ears. I hear you have a nose for finding people, sellsword, for solving problems. You nod. It is true after all. Good, good. I have a task for you, a simple one. Something of great value to me has been stolen. My lockbox. I need you to track down those who stole it, kill them, and, obviously, then bring back the item. What's this worth to you? You look able, so I'm willing to pay quite a bit. You are to receive 250 crowns when the contract is done. I want a bit more. This is it then? You'll be paid 270 crowns when the contract is done. Very well. Like I said, you can usually push them just once. We've already hired some people. We have some tracks that we need to follow. So let's get on with it. We'll follow the tracks and see where they lead. Nope. 7 thieves, so it'll be 7 against 8. We have the numbers advantage. We do still have one guy who's slightly injured. Only by 2 points though. Although he does have a cut arm. Which means -5, 15% melee, -15 ranged. So we'll need to be wary of that. So we can't really use him as like a one-man thing. You catch a group of brigands lugging your employer's property around. They seem shocked that you found them here, and no time is wasted trying to parley. They arm themselves and order the army without a state to charge. Oh, I order them to charge. Many brigand thugs. Engage! Okay, so there are no ranged units on their side. No shields either. Okay, they're going to be fairly easy prey. Leather armor, no metal armor. And we have the hills behind us, which I think we are going to try and use. If we can. So, let's see. The thing that I was caught out by previously is that you can't really go from here to here, because that's a steep climb. You have to go kind of around the back. So that's something I've learned. I think I want you here. I want you there. I think we're basically just going to be stepping back like 1 space each. Back you up. Can you get to this? You can. Lovely. I mean, technically you guys could get to about here. I'm just a little aware of the fact that you're not going to be directly behind our guys. So you're going to have a bit of a hard time actually shooting them. But I could just bring you forwards and then shoot. It would screw up your reload a little bit, but I think it'll be fine. Man, that guy has a nasty grin, doesn't he? Alright, let's see how this goes. Let's back you off. Put you in shield mode because you're... Oh, these are all the people that will have already... Oh, no. I'm going to move you back one. Then you can step forwards into the fight next turn. Archers? Sure. Let's have a shot. 40% chance of hitting. Now, what's going to be the most damaging? Probably the spear. Bludgeons weren't very good. So I think we'll hit the spearman. Just shooting him because he was the easiest target. Okay, you can be in riposte mode. You're going to be something of a weak link here, so I need to be wary of that. Then you can go shield wall. Right, now I can really open up into them with the archers. There we go. Likewise. Ugh, that was rubbish. Oh, that's true. I shouldn't have done the shield wall this turn because I can't actually do any damage to us yet. They're all 66% chance to hit. They are. Except for him. Shoot that guy. Lovely jubbly. Reload! So I've wasted fatigue doing this. I should always take it into account that it costs action points to move forwards. They can't always swing. Except that guy clearly could. Do we just want to lay into this guy? Do we want to be in riposte mode? I think we just want to lay into him. And then you can step forwards and do the same. Oh, that was a miss. That's unfortunate. Oh, wow, you got a long way forwards. And into melee with the archer, which is bad. So we need to kill this guy first if we can. You're going to shield wall and then stab, I think. You're going to shield wall. And stab. You're already shield walling. Yes, you are. So what's the difference here? Ignores the bonus to defense from shields or 100% chance to hit the head. So we may as well lash with you. And try and get a kill shot here. Like that. Did a fair amount of damage to the armor, but very little to his actual health. Okay, so... who could I do with killing? And the only ones I can really hit with the archer are these two. You're steady, you're steady. You're both fairly high on fatigue already. 40% chance to hit either. Or 60% with an aim shot. I think I'm going to take the 248s. Okay, we've got one of them. And you are going to wait. You might be attacked by that guy, but so be it. Right, you're definitely going to have to step forwards now. So we'll step you forwards to there. And we do in fact still get a shot. Shoot him. Oh, shit. That's unfortunate. He's going to get wailed on. Oh, he does have a shield, which helps him. Wow, yes. Okay, take him. Thank you. And you can stay where you are. You... hit. And then shield wall. You... hit. Shield wall. Could actually have done twice. You... hit. Shield wall. No point taking undue risks. Then I guess you're just going to have to switch to the cleaver. And then hit him. There we go. And this is his next turn, so we can switch back to the bow. And then on your next turn, you can take a shot. Let's reload you. You're running away, so you're about to try and step away from these people. Which means that we're going to get a free shot on you, so I don't need to shoot that guy. I'm going to wait with you, actually. Wait, 48% chance twice? Yeah, that sounds entirely reasonable to me. Wow, you're almost dead. I'm going to try and do a shield bash against you. And then run. You are going to wait. And you're going to wail on this guy. You're going to step forwards and wail on that guy. So are you. Oh, you're out of fatigue. Alright. You are in a pretty good shot to just fire it, honestly. There we go. That's what I was hoping for. Huzzah! No, we're going to run them down, because he's going to try and make a run for it. And that's not going to end well for him. We're going to reload with you, and then step forwards. So I can shoot him next turn if I need to. And, sure. Victory is ours! Huzzah! Enemy was destroyed in 5 rounds. Alpha Brain did 100 damage. Fenris got 2 kills, Posnick got 1, Cage got 1, Wolfgang got 1, Hartwig got 2, Costin didn't get any, neither did Robert. Robert did get wailed on, so did Fenris. Fenris was able to absorb it though because of his armour, so it was mostly Robert that came a little bit closer to death than I would have liked. And also, all the loot belonged to me. I wish there was a warning down here like, you have not looted yet, because I've almost clicked through that. More than once, I don't think I've done it yet, but more than once. The battle is done, and the lockbox was easy to find amongst the corpses of your enemies. You should probably return it to mine off the merchant for your just reward. Alright, first things first though. We have another buckler, so we could promote one of our backline to a frontliner. And that's probably going to be Cage. So get rid of your bow. Give you a buckler. Then either the militia spear or the bludgeon. 20 to 35, 25 to 30. I kind of prefer the spear. And Fenris leveled up. It's level 3. Definitely more melee skill. Definitely more melee defense because you rely on that. You don't have a shield. And then I think probably health, although fatigue could also be good. But you don't tend to hit stuff as often as the others, and you don't need to keep sitting on shield wall. So I think I'm just going to beef up your health. You're just going to be like the front line smashy smash. And you're going to be gifted. Mercenary life comes easy when you're naturally gifted. Instantly gain a level up increase in character's attributes and maximum rolls, but without talents. So it's basically another set of stats. That one, and that one. And then health, I think. Lovely jubbly. So his chance to hit is really high. Which is awesome. Alright, let's head back to Wickstadt and get our 270 crowns for a fairly easy fight, actually. We could probably, after this, afford to get another guy on side. Along the way, while the company takes a short rest, you sit down to examine the wound where the arrow punctured your side not long ago. It's been healing slowly, and still aches if you try to move too quickly, but things are getting better. Alpha Brain joins you, seizing his opportunity to talk to his captain. So, the way I see it, nobody knows about the army without a state yet. We don't want to be hunting ragtag bands of bandits through the woods forever, but we'll have to make a name for ourselves, first as a reliable sword for hire that can get things done before the noble houses take notice. They'll want to use the company for far better paying tasks, I'm sure. He adjusts his weapon belt and continues. Just keep it in mind, the High Lords are playing a dangerous game. We don't want to get on their bad side. There's enough stories of people who cross them only to end up quartered and fed to the pigs. We'll have the means to squish even a company of sellswords. He pauses for a short moment and then adds another thought. The guildmasters and councilmen running the villages and towns too have a good memory. We depend on them to hire the company for now, but having some influential friends may also help us get good deals among the merchants. And I realised I've butchered a whole bunch of those words, but oh well, it makes the same difference. When you return, the the merchant is playing with the bird in the cage. Ah, the sellsword returns. And you hold up the artifact and set it on his desk. He takes it, turns it, nods, and then puts it away. Excellent. For your troubles. He waves his hand to a wooden chest filled with crowns. Crowns well deserved. Alright, so everything is shut at the moment. We could camp and then try and recover wounds and stuff more quickly. There are no contracts here in Workstad, so I don't really see the point in staying. We may as well make our way over to Waldstadt, and by the time we actually get there, it should be light again. And then from there we'll go to Dunkelwald and Alderwacht, maybe Grubenheim, Dunkelwald, Alderwacht. Through that way. Let's see what's available here. This is a far larger... Ooh, it has an armourer. Huzzah! Right, so what are we selling? I'll keep those for the moment because we're not really low on inventory space. That's some really good armour. Huh. They do have a nice helmet here. Padded leather. And some more shields. You know what? I really want more shields. And what's the armourer selling? Now the armourer usually sells better stuff. As you can see, there's a lot more metal armour here. But it's also a lot more pricey. Basic mail shirt, 115 defense. That's a 95. I mean, those are both pretty decent. But the shields here are 172 versus the shields here, which are 138. So we definitely want to buy our shields from this guy. And we probably want to pick up the padded leather. Because it's a pretty significant step up. And also the gambeson. Potentially. Well, first of all, let's actually kit out our people with what we have. Oh, and Hartwig also leveled up. My bad. Sorry, buddy. You are a frontliner. You got terrible rolls. So health, fatigue, resolve, I guess. So I kind of want you to have dodge as well. And a perk, which is going to be student. Excellent. That recover would be really good for the asthmatic. Alright, you are selling dyes here. Very expensive though. You do have some food supplies, but I don't think we need any. We have at least 2 more days worth. So that's fine, although grain's kind of expensive here as well. We really need to do some quests for this town. Like, I want to build up how much they like us. Ragnar the Councillor's got a map of the cemetery in his desk. Half the plot squares appear to have been filled in with ink. Every square you see here has been robbed. Every night they come, and every night I can't quite seem to catch them. I'm at my wit's end here, so I decided to end this once and for all. I want you to go to the graveyard and kill every grave-robbing fool you see. Got it? Let's talk money. He jingles with a bag of coins. This will be yours to keep if you help out with this. You'll be paid 70 crowns in advance and another 280 when the job is done. I want more payment once the work is done. No! You're already getting more than you're worth. You're to receive 70 crowns in advance and another 280 when the job is done. Very well. I accept your contract. And where is it? It's up there. Militia barracks. Large compound of militia barracks will turn ordinary peasants into somewhat able soldiers that can defend their home and their loved ones. And we have some brigands. Which is not the same as that. I'm gonna back off. Am I gonna back off? I mean, there's 8 of them. Brigand thugs. The thugs aren't the very strong ones. We'll fight them, but I'll do it in the next episode. So, for the moment, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this, then please do hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, then do consider subscribing. If you want to support the channel in other ways, then do check out the Patreon. There's some really great rewards up there, which I'm sure you will like. If you have any tips or advice for me, let me know in the comments. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.